Kelvin tell and come be our between no paper at Roma Bomode Najebere na Yankutis and common because say any nipa dodo bi a omo imagine say since they have an affiliation with the party a opposition into no the ura gentleman mama baby and so many and yet I was saying just most half one intina party no be stagnant and I say can say governance be stagnant na ye be gina fa akon be market time wa bra yanko yenim some the ura gentleman mama ade a wo ye ne some feel say munhu ya ye de hu anaso no de wa ye de wo hu enitimo bia metama bi meka so ura gentleman mama nya hwe o say join this for kwabonten kofi fa interviews bi maami bi ote tokunu ba bi say ura gentleman mama de onye hwe obama ne zero inti sabi peda maami no nim nyansa wo yensa ma wakeka a kire Ghana fo enmu amo say ura gentleman mama onye hwe no yemura video no mra sesia
omga say hey yetua woka omga say hey ombedi watam omde wobusuafo ofie semne ombedi watam but there ya wo wiase ne say obi agimi na onim se wagimi na wo kire ne se wagimi na wo peso beji atim so wagimi tu tie there ya wo wiase ne say obi agimi na on peso beji atim so wagimi na wo kire ne se wagimi na on tia se adenti na wo kire ne se wagimi tu. And this is what we have been dealing with for the past 8 years and the 9 years. Abba. These were the people. And they have so many of them in the NPP. From Abronye all the way. There are a lot of retards. Bronika said retards are. Omwa Sebio Omo Jimmy Taba and if omo retards. So Bronika said this guy is a retard. We are retarder. We Jimmy Taba and if Bronika said a retard. These are the people. And how can you reason with such people? How can you just sit and say, you know something, this government, every single step they are taking is changing lives? And it just say, video be a propaganda video be a Joy News, and I'm Ghana omubusa busanko for say, oh, John Mahama abino abino ejumana on my 1 year so far. Na me huma maybe it's not a little kiosk most today. Only the onhu she obama abino is zero. Now, sometimes no. I keep telling people, Obia with Jimmy Onion Adjun Sobesano, we need to leave them behind and move. Because they be a mechanic and any papa open a twaba. And it's a because of pain and now your affiliation to a particular political party, and you don't want to accept the reality. We all don't have to wait for you, such a damn fool, and then be marking time because nipebi, nipakubi. It does not work like that. Ghana politics, Ghana governance, a group point to be the majority, dear Omo Peno, and then Abanye. And into 57% of Ghanaians can say John Mahama and your Peno. Into say 57% are satisfied. The 38 or 33.34, no, nobody gives a hoot about them. And you see, you might be pained. Bibi betima ya uya say o MPP ni free abemu. Bibi betima ya uya say o party ni abemu. But that does not mean say I was say Ghana for accept it how you feel. No. Your party no so omo toto nyoma year anka at the end of the day nka Ghana for ya mubu omu enimtia so omo jimi and come back say okay mudwuma dia mudi no sebio asoyeni because ebusa say John Mahama aban no aye dwuma na so ka say unhu hwea. Then the fact in actually say why buy the basis no Ghana for no mutu. And you are still stuck in that perception. And today I'm catching the young people of Ghana. But say that politics of begging a group of people, begging a tribe, begging a religion, begging some group of people for them to feel special. No, I'll see a jai. Hey, if you don't want to be part of what is going on, you can stay back. We will make sure what is going on no abua obia. That's all. It is not about how you an individual feels. It's not about how you are maybe election uncle yama or party you feel or say you feel say Joy News can go out there and talk to 10 people and all of them can say they don't see what the government is doing. But majority of the people who the impact of the abani, you know, it is them we care about. It is not you. It is not how you feel. Because you see, most of those people are it is not the reality. Because our current reality now, Obebusan who say, okay, let's be realistic. John Mahama ba bemuno, doom so it's gone. That is one thing you ask yourself. Okay, John Mahama ba bemuno, as we sit now, Ghana, nyoma ben na first no ama manfo enwinwi a few years ago na yesi amanfo dwuma egu die ntina manfo dwuma egu na yesi kasam nye na dollar sebio na hoɔden ne wosoro na Ghana for kasa aban no endwene no muntumi ensesa no, but we could not get any intelligent person in the NPP to put policies and programs together to make sure say ahokyere eda Ghana for the 8 years no sa ahokyere yefri we never got any intelligent person. Ye nya nipa ba kumpo onim nyansa obeka se ye nya nyoma sei kakra hwe se dollar no betima ba bia 12 ana 11 ye nya obi ama na anya sa. But this is the situation where now more catchers say they have people omunim nyansa omusua economy omunim sa the economy running no, they could not get solutions to the problem. Media mi pia brewa baby okoto no emfa me ho. The reason why so many people were out in their numbers in 2024 to vote was because the NPP had failed. They did not have a clue about governance. That's all. Now, so omo dia ban no ana tumi no ama obi foforo na ade no mo complain wo ho say the cost of living na too high. Kania engine so doom so na too much. The oba bibi to say interest rate in sihu a wokoji sika bank akoye dwuma, it was too high. Nyoma bo ding you can't bibi to say inflation na too high, it could do 53%. Ye can you say Ghana e can na many or minor na it was too much na ye hu ehinhan ye hu de yenye. There were so many things na o minor per se aban ye bibi omo mudi aban nanim no a yetua musika kese no omo adwene nya adwuma na nipa ho henha omo. But what we saw was that we saw people who were arrogant, people who indirectly were insulting our intelligence. Abra nyoma bo edru say no omo se nyoma bro nduza. Abra dollar edu 1780 no na omo dollar ni endu 1780. Abra ye na ye market no so ko sika. Abra na interest rate inflation edu 53 no omo say nyoma bo nya din. So we felt disrespected, insulted, and we saw say omo edi tumi amom no never had a clue. They from day one they didn't understand what governance was. And in 2024 elections no, people you never thought to say they would step out to vote. So they stepped out because it was a life and death thing. So ma metwaba anka Mahamudu Abaomia, Kennedy Japan, Brani Champon, Kentry, ene omomaka no edi Ghana so anka nipa dodo mogare be half nke yewu. Yeti krom ha ene bo nipa tuo because ye kwotwaba keke. And it did not just start in 2024. It started from 2020. And about 2024, you saw Ayawaso West Wagon. You call at a point, a whole government it decided to target a region, the voter region. Election day, a day before elections, or koho, no akoboni patu, no achichini pebia kugum, adaya, the syncophobia or person to abanigu. You could see it was clearly these people were mad dogs. They just did not understand, they had no clue about governance. Businesses were folding up. That was the first time we saw business, multi-million-dollar companies fold up and leave the shores of Ghana because nobody was listening to them. And then when they complained to, they become a political target. We saw how government officials were kidnapping individuals, even international airline workers who people recognize around the world. They say they work for international airlines. We saw them kidnap people. You could see, say, it was a government that was rogue, like the government was off track. It was a government that was like it had mad cow disease or rabies. The government was biting anything. The government was going after everything. The government just was out of chains. And Ghanaians were every single day telling these people, you are killing the people. DDEP, pensioners, near Tikromha, they wanted to give our hotels to individuals. Like we sat in this country. President Ba ne attempted $32 million contract. Man is Uncle Painty Bridge. I say we were in this country. We bring in drug addicts to come to a Jubilee House to exhibit the highest form of disrespect to the seat of government. We saw how people, thugs, in 2017 went into a courtroom. Judge Onyem, you say only invisible forces, said Delta Force. They had to beat the judge, take their person out. The law wasn't working. Nothing was working in this country. Every single thing was out of the roof, and people did not have the right to even speak. People's investment were taken away from them by force. People could not speak. You could see the country. We got to a point where everybody was suffocating. And that is a reality. And we are never going to stop reminding Ghanaians about that. Because you see, because we don't want to go back to that, we always have to consistently remind Ghanaians of what we did together to get out of this misery, to get out of this tyranny, to get out of this wickedness. It should be something that always pricks our conscience. Every time be cross your mind, Ekufuado should cross our mind. Gabi Ochedaku should cross our mind. Bedieto should cross our mind. Oforiata should cross our mind. Those people who are killing people at Techiman South, they are supposed to cross our mind. The kind of intimidation, stealing, the autocratic kind of governance, all these things are supposed to cross our mind, and that is the only way that we can guide ourselves, guide the democracy of this nation to where we want it to get to.
We Kelvin the Tailorman Ababidan of Payabusia. In fact, Wakasapa and Adebaku say. Yana times to speak the fact, but so because to be any gentleman, Mama, and I, and also now for the way Jimmy and I said person in answer day. Yana de be a cassette and canon amwa because Nubian and Najabe said the gentleman run another down for the Tia Bemono. Let do one and Yaji, do not China that paid in a temper, Oti the mechanism. Intino Ada Roma, Sepati and as a politics in be in a way Fenebe come or Ghana Hanma. In who said that because Ubitma counsel. The details are supported John Mahama. Details will be added to any two details will be added without insult. We do see a comment section in Macau.